behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Paul Mash TV. Paul Mash TV.
Well, hello everybody. It's another edition of Paul Mash TV. We're glad that you could join us here today. Got another great interview coming up for you momentarily, but if you haven't yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell down there, and anytime a new episode comes your way, you'll be notified. And feel free to leave a comment on the comment section if you like. And we're on Facebook at facebook.com/PaulMashTV, and you can follow us there and comment the things you see. You can even send us an inbox there, and we'll get back to you. And if you'd like to email us as well, it's paulmashtv, all one word, at gmail.com. And if you're a band or even a solo artist that wants to be on the show, send us an email and we'll show you how to do that. But we also love fan mail as well, so if you're just simply a fan watching this and want to talk to us, go ahead and we'll get back to you. And all this is going to be recapped at the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. From Nashville, Tennessee today, we have Ray Ligon. He's a very talented and awesome artist, and I think you're really going to love him, and we'll get to that in just a second because it starts right now. Okay, everybody, interview time is promised, and with us from Nashville, Tennessee, we have Ray Ligon with us today. Thanks for joining us, Ray.
Howdy, y'all. Good, glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you here today. Tell us a little bit about how it all began for you as far as being an artist. I mean, I'm sure it's all started when you were just a kid. Maybe it goes deeper than that. Tell us a
My
little.
goodness, yeah. I've been singing ever since I was a little squirt in church. I sang in youth choirs growing up, and then when I was 13, my daddy got me my first guitar, old Sears Silvertone, and I taught myself to play. And everything I've learned over the years, I've learned from other musicians, and the whole journey, always learning, always learning. And I started out string by string, and I got bored with that real quick. So I moved on to learning the chords so I could, strum and accompany myself singing. And it wasn't too long after that I got into, learning how to write songs and stuff. And the rest of it is just a lot of history. I've done a lot of things, been blessed with a lot of really cool opportunities. I've missed a lot of cool opportunities, but very thankful for the journey that I've had.
Okay, yeah, that's a great story, and I'm sure you'll have many years ahead of you in the music business. And
Appreciate that.
well, what are some of the artists that you liked? I mean, I'm sure all the legends come to mind, but tell us a few of them that really inspired you when you were growing up.
I think growing up, when I was growing up and I first started learning to play, I was more eclectic. I kind of got into James Taylor, Jim Croce, some of the folk music. My daddy raised me on the old classic country. And so I grew up learning those songs. I mean, I love Garth Brooks. I love a lot of the country artists that are out there. I think one of my favorites is Garth, Blake Shelton, but I can't really say a favorite because there's so many of them that are so awesome, and I love them all. But I do love a lot of the old classic artists too. And I guess I compete I'm a member of the Kentucky Country Music Association. I'm on the board of directors with them, and even though I live in Tennessee, I still remain on the board of directors of the KCMA and remain a member there and compete. But every year we have a competition, and then we go to an international competition in Pigeon Forge, where it's U.S. and Canada. And we just had our competition this past March, and I had an opportunity to get in my category of over 50 male new country. I got equivalent of what will be third place in the Entertainer of the Year. And so very thankful for that. And but all the young ones, but the reason I bring that up is I say I'm new country. If you were to put on a scale of old country over here and new country over here, I'm closer to the older country, the traditional country, than I am the new, because a lot of new country out there for me is just a little too far out there, a little too far removed from what I consider to still fall into the country category. And there's differing opinions on that all over the place out there, and that's okay. But I just enjoy the journey. I love to share what I love to do. For me, my mantra is it's all about touching folks with the music. And that's the bottom line. And that's what I try to mentor my young people, or even people my age or anywhere in between, that in these competitions or contests, that it's not about the win. It's not about that. It's about touching folks with the music. So not to be so focused on the winning, but just know in their heart that somebody out there is being touched by something they say or do in their song.
Mm. Well, that is true. The first couple singers you mentioned, James Taylor and Jim Croce, I mean, they're definitely a couple of the best ones that are out there. I mean, there's obviously ones that are even better, if not better, and you know, so I remember that back in my youth. I remember used to listen to both of them. They were really great singers.
Yeah.
And well, why don't you tell us a little bit about where we can find you? If anybody watches that video, they may want to download more music from you, and they may want to follow you on social media as well. Why don't you give us a
Cool. They can find me on Facebook, Ray Ligon Music, you know, Facebook or facebook.com/Ray Ligon Music. Also have a personal page in there. They can find me at rayligonmusic.com. I have my own website where I share different things and my dates of performing or whatever. I also build and repair guitars. I have Ray Ligon custom guitars, so I also do that. You can find me at reverbnation.com. I have a few songs on there. Now, working my way to Nashville right now is in the pre-release stages. That happened on the 18th. Now, on June 8th is going to drop, and that's when it's full blown on across the streaming sites where the people can purchase it. But they can also go to reverbnation.com/Ray Ligon, and they can buy it there as well.
Okay. Well, go out there to all those sites he mentioned to you, and I know he would love you for that. And speaking of that, just a second ago, you mentioned "Working My Way to Nashville." That is the song we're actually going to be playing in just a second here. Is it self-explanatory, or is there a deeper meaning to the song?
You know, it's a story of a man that's on a journey, a troubadour that's on a journey. That and in the video that Pepper put together, and she did such an awesome job. She's a great producer, and I'm so honored. It's a little better than a year. It's probably been latter part of maybe 2021 that she sent me the lyrics to this song, that her and John Michael Ferrari had written these lyrics. They sent it to me, and in the subject it said John Michael Ferrari, comma Pepper J, comma Ray Ligon, co-writer, question mark. I said, absolutely. I said, you bet. So we went back and forth with it a few times because I live in Nashville. They live in Pahrump, Nevada. And we tweaked the lyrics a little bit. I had some music we came up with and had it down. And then they came over for a visit and stayed with us actually last year. And we got it down even a better situation, slowed it down, changed the music up, and made it so sweet. Such a beautiful song. I'm really proud to have been a part of this co-write. I'm very proud of this song, and everywhere that I play it out, when I played it at the Kentucky Lions State Convention this past weekend in Lexington, Kentucky. Got a lot of great feedback there. I played it at the state competition and for NACMA in March, this past March, and a lot of the performers there could relate to that because a lot of them have that dream of making it to Nashville. And so it's very relatable. And it is a very visual. When you listen, you can close your eyes and just visualize the whole thing. It's a very visual song. It's a great story song, but it's an awesome video. As I said, Pepper did such an awesome job putting the video together from a photo shoot that I did back in April, and with some other things that she tossed in there. And she's just such an amazing woman, amazing producer, an amazing song that her and John Michael and I came up with. I'm very proud of it.
Okay, well, that's great. And speaking of Pepper J, she recommended John Michael Ferrari on my show, and I had him on a couple weeks ago, and he was very good. And If anybody out there wants to watch that, just search for Paul Mash TV, John Michael Ferrari. You'll see that interview. And
John Michael is a phenomenal vocalist and a great guy. I'm so glad to call them friends of mine. Really love working with them.
okay. Well, we're going to watch that video in just a second, though. But before we begin that video, I just want to thank you so much, Ray, for being on the show. We'd love to have you back again sometime when you got something new to plug for us.
I appreciate it, Paul. Thank you so much. Honored to be here, man.
Yeah, no problem. And here it is, Working My Way to Nashville by Ray Ligon, and it starts right now.
Working my way to Nashville, looking for a ride. Been at this truck stop a week now, washing dishes on the side. Pushed off from Vegas with my suitcase and guitar. Broke down in Memphis, surprised I made it this far. Working my way to Nashville, I'm not the big star type, but I've got some songs someone special might like. They feel the music coming from my heart, and I love how it makes them feel. That's why I'm out here on the road, working my way to Nashville. This guitar's the only friend I got. About everything I have is gone. The only thing that keeps me going are the lyrics in the song. And I'm working my way to Nashville. I'm not the big star type, but I've got some songs someone special might like. They feel the music coming from my heart, and I love how it makes them feel. That's why I'm out here on the road, working my way to Nashville. Things you think of when you're all alone, the price you pay for sacrifice when an old coat is your home. Working my way to Nashville, I'm not the big star type, but I've got some songs someone special might like. They feel the music coming from my heart, and I love how it makes them feel. That's why I'm out here on the road, working my way to Nashville. Working my way to Nashville.